Hi, welcome to the College Basketball Odds Couple Show. I'm Peter Loshak. Sitting next to me is Mike Brenner. Mike Brenner, the Elite Eight is finally here.
I know it, buddy.
We've got 2 games today. Normally, we're covering a slate of games with like 15 games on it, 25 games on it. Now we just got 2.
We just got 2. But before you get too far ahead of ourselves again, all right, yesterday was a big slate, and we was pretty productive. I don't know. We got to pan this board. I had a good day yesterday, Pete. I went 6-1 and up to 59 and 41, 59%. So that's very, very productive. Felt really good about those picks yesterday. Pete went 1-2, 36 and 44 at 45%. Can he pull this thing out? I think he can, and I think today he's going to have some magic up his sleeves. But I don't know. It just feels good beating that book like we did yesterday, anyway.
All right. Well, Mike Brenner, we got 2 games. When it gets to the Elite Eight, usually, a lot of times the second half bets can have the best value.
Yeah.
The full game line's usually very, very, very accurate, right?
Yeah,
both
this is so tight.
Right. The market has a good read on them. Both teams have momentum. Both teams are talented. And that's what we have here. We have very competitive spreads. It basically comes down to a judgment call on who's going to execute and maybe who's more likely to execute. Let's start with the first one. You ready?
Okay, let's get into it.
Oklahoma, Oregon. Can they shut down Buddy? Can Oregon shut down Buddy? I think probably they can. Not definite, but probably they can. You know, Oregon is one of these young teams. They don't seem to get tired. Maybe they're still playing with a chip on their shoulder for being a
and
quote
Elgin
unquote
Cooks, this kid's kicking it right now.
Quote
He's
unquote
clicking on all cylinders.
false number 1. We have a line here of Oregon minus 1.5 or 2, and I might give this as an official pick. If I had to make a pick here, my lean would be Oregon minus 1.5.
Why don't you pull the trigger, Pistol
I'll
Pete?
pull it. What do you like here?
I'm on the other side.
You like Oklahoma?
I'm on the
Tell
other
me
side.
why.
I'm going to tell you why. Okay, Oregon's got 6 losses this year. All 6 were on the road. Most of them were shitty teams, and they got blown out. Oregon State pounded this team by 13. Boise State beat them. Colorado, I mean, it was a disaster. 14 points, they got crushed. And California literally walked all over this Oregon team, beat them by 20 points. Stanford beat them. My God, me and you and Adiel could have beat Stanford this year, I believe. And then UNLV crushed the Oregon Ducks by 11. All of that on the road. Guess what? Oregon's not at home today, Pete. They're on a neutral site. Okay?
And how did Oklahoma do on the road?
They didn't do that well either, but they didn't play shit teams like that. I got news for you. They handled teams like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking Oregon. I like what they've done. I love it. I just think today, and I've been saying this, Oregon has 4 starters that have started over 100 games together for 3 straight years. Oregon doesn't have that kind of consistency. Do they have talent? Hell yeah. Their coach is doing a great job. And trust me, I'm not knocking this team, okay? It's just when they go on the road, this is where I think I find the value. Even though they're not on Oklahoma's home court, they're on a neutral site. There's something that happens with this team when they get off their home court. So even though they look great against Duke, all right, I'm not real sold on Duke. I don't think. I think
None
Duke,
of us were.
You know,
look, Oklahoma's a big 3-point shooting team. So if they go cold from 3, they're going to lose. If they're nailing it from 3, they're going to win.
And Buddy Hield and Woodard actually had the best game last time out. You know, I think, to be honest with you, I think Buddy Hield kind of slacked off last game. So I think he's going to pick it up today. Spangler's going to be under them boards. I like it. I'm taking them plus the 2.
All right, let me
on the game.
Let me give you my opinion, and you give me your opinion on my opinion. Basically, it seems like Oklahoma's been a little bit lackadaisical in all their games, but they've had the talent that it hasn't really come back to bite them. And I feel like if they do it again here, it will.
Yes, and I couldn't agree with you more. But I think this team looked in the mirror this morning, okay? Honestly, each and every one of these players and said, this is it. This is the end of our run. They're seniors. This is the end of the season. If we don't show up today, we got to show up. I just think that and the experience of Lon Kruger, right? The guy's taken 3 teams to the Sweet 16, or, to the big dance. I just think they're going to get it done. I feel really good about it, Pete. I'm not jumping on the half. All right, I like the game. I like them to kind of wear out Oregon in the end. I mean, if UNLV crushed this team, crushed them, I think Oklahoma can get it done today and beat the Oregon Ducks. And again, my hat's off to them. If they were at home, I wouldn't be touching this game. If I did, I would jump on Oregon.
Well, just for the hell of it, let's go on opposite sides here.
Let's do it. Hey, you still haven't paid me for the last 4 we went opposite sides.
I got no. I hit the.
Actually, you did. You won the last one.
Yeah,
that's right.
I hit the Syracuse one. I hit the Syracuse
Whoa.
one. Remember?
That's right. You're right. I take that back.
But okay, but this one, I'm going to take Oregon -1.5. You're going to take Oklahoma +2.
What's your feelings on the total in that game? I wanted to ask you that.
I do have a gut feeling on the total. First half under.
Okay.
It makes me. I'm not exactly sure. I'm definitely not going to give it as a pick. I'm definitely not sure if I'm going to bet it, but that is definitely the way that I'm feeling right now. They are. You know that Oregon's going to try to shut down the three-pointer for Oklahoma, and they're probably going to be somewhat successful. And even if they're not, the game will slow down a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think when that pressure does happen, I think it's going to open up underneath, and I think it's going to be a slower paced game because of that. So I was thinking of myself even pulling the trigger on the under.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was. But I'm not that totals guy.
Is that really how you were thinking?
Yes, I was totally thinking.
You weren't just saying that just now because I just said it. You're trying to make me feel good.
Pete, I'm not.
You're not. Yeah.
I don't bullshit like that. I don't play that card. Bottom line,
Mike Brenner, look,
I
1H
wanna
under.
learn. I'm trying to learn to get better each and every day. I'm just being honest with you, and I'm thinking, hey, maybe some totals on the first half might be an avenue. But
I was leaning first half under on that one, and the total right now is 71, which is.
I'm not officially pulling it, but if you want to, okay, you got some work to do on this board before we close out this tournament.
I'm not officially pulling it either, but that would be my lean. All right, let's move on to Villanova and Kansas.
Wow.
Now, Villanova.
Lost some sleep on this one last night. Just could not figure it out. I'm not kidding you. I'm rolling around in my sleep last night about 1:30 in the morning, and Kansas and Villanova, Kansas and Villanova. I'm not kidding you. And I got a beautiful wife next to me, sound asleep, and I got Kansas, Villanova in my head. It's a true story.
I mean, this is a classic Elite Eight matchup where probably there is no sharp side, right?
No.
Either one of these teams could easily win by a little, win by a lot.
Yeah.
Villanova's been cruising, but Kansas definitely is going to be the toughest challenge.
It's a tough
by
one.
far, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Miami, Florida is not Kansas, right?
Exactly.
And the question is just: is Kansas athleticism on the perimeter, strength inside, going to neutralize Villanova's guard-oriented game? My sense is, again, anything could happen. My sense is yes, I would lean Kansas -2.
I'm not just leaning, I'm taking it.
Okay.
All right. And yesterday, I felt that Wayne Selden was going to make some kind of difference in that game, and he did. He really did. He just spread out the floor so nice, and I love it. I think this team, because of experience, is going to get it done. I'm taking them.
I'll go with you on them too. Kansas -2, although Villanova's
Hey, the
awesome.
one you trailed me yesterday, by the way, was the only one you won. The one you tailed me yesterday was the only one you won.
Which one was that? The Villanova one?
It was the first half yesterday.
But that was only a half tell because I was already leaning that way.
It wasn't Villanova. It was. You know what? It doesn't matter. It was one of the first halves yesterday.
Villanova on the first half, I believe.
Okay, maybe it was Nova on the half. But anyway, what you tailed me yesterday won. Your two totals didn't. All right, so you might want to jump on board today.
Yeah, I'm on Kansas. I'm on Kansas -2, Oregon -1.5. You're on Kansas -2, and Oklahoma +2.
Yep, and I got one more play.
Oh, let's hear it.
I got a 2-team teaser, and I like it. I'm taking Oklahoma because after the adjustment, I'm going to get them at +6.
Yep.
And I'm going to take Kansas after the adjustment. I'm going to get them at 2, Pistol Pete.
That's right.
So I'm just feeling good. Yesterday was a good day. It was a lot of value on that board. All right, today's a short slate, but there's value in there. And just pick your spot and hit it hard, baby.
And then we'll be back tomorrow for day 2.
I'm not ready to wrap this up. I've
no?
got one of our followers, one of our bloggers wants to know, all right, his girlfriend's name's Tiger, and she's fallen in love with you through the videos. I'm not kidding you. Wants to know if you're going to be a free agent at the end of the season. I will send you over a copy of the message. But wanted to know if you're a free agent at the end of the season. The reason I'm bringing it up is, guess what? The season is damn near over, Pete. She's not worried about this number. She likes that beard, and then she said she liked the shades also, but...
Pretty confident I'm going to be a free agent.
Tiger,
forever.
buddy. Yeah. And also, I got a blogger out there that is going to take me up on a 20-game handicap challenge. He's going to call in the studio Monday. He says he's from the other side of the world. I don't know where he lives, but he thinks he can beat me in a 20-game challenge.
China's the other side of the world.
Doesn't matter where he's at. I told him, let's bring it on. And hey, with all due respect, I might lose. That thing might go south on me. But I told him if he beats me, I'm going to put $100 in an account for him. $100 free cash in an account of the book of his choice that's on our website.
Wow.
And I am absolutely a man of my word.
Very
and
generous
if
of you.
I win, I just get nothing but satisfaction
nothing.
that I won. And that's okay.
So you're giving him a free roll, essentially. That's what's known in gambling as a free roll.
Yeah, he got on there blogging. Brenner's, kind of getting a little smart here and there. And I blog back a little smart because I want to win every damn pick.
What do you mean you're getting a little smart? Your record speaks for itself.
I know, but he's beat me up in the NBA because I went 1-2 in the NBA last night. But yesterday as a whole, I was 7-3. All right, so that's 70% I produced yesterday. But this guy's good. He might be really good, and I'm anxious to hear what he has to say and to go ahead. He accepted the challenge, and I'm going to give him $100 free in the book of his choice at any book that's on our webpage. And I'm a man of my word. But guess what? Don't get too Well, I won't say that. Yeah, I'm going to beat you. So anyway,
Okay.
with that being said, let's have a great day. Let's beat the book and let's build that bank.
And we'll be back tomorrow for the second day of the Elite Eight.
That's right.